Hi, this is John. Today we're working on the ESI laser drill that I told you guys about earlier. So this is our next project. Really like working on these machines. So I'll give you a rough overview of what we're doing. We got Norm here. Norm does all our laser work here at ETI. If you guys have a 5200 or 5220 or 5330, Norm's a guy that friend of ETI and works with us quite frequently and does installs for us. So if anybody needs to get a hold of Norm, drop me a jingle and I'll be glad to give you all Norm's information. So today this is an overview of the 5330. And as you can see, we pulled the laser rail out. We sent that out for complete rebuild. It had about 3,000 hours on it, so we decided to go ahead with a rebuild on it. Some of these optics are going to disappear off the machine. This is for image, which really nobody really uses on these machines, and it kind of plays havoc with the machine, if it goes out of whack or something. So we're going to make this, we're going to simplify this quite a bit. So a lot of this is going to be pulled out. We're going to realign the laser system to the machine and get the machine back the way it kind of should be. I mean, this is an option. It's very expensive, by the way, too. But for what it does, it's really, nobody really uses it. So it's kind of a waste, and we're going to update that whole system and make it a lot simpler for the customer. But so far, what we've done to the machine is we're running through our software reboot, which we just Norm just installed the software. We had a CM card blow out on us. We've readjusted these a couple of the servo amps, so we're just plugging through the machine. We expect the laser in a couple days, so that'll be great. We'll get that installed, and maybe we try to blast some panels right after that. So we're making pretty good progress on the machine. I love these machines. We like selling them. We like working on them. And we got Norm for support here, which is even better. So you don't have to rely on ESI, which they really don't like to work on the 5200s or the the 5330s really anymore. They want to sell you a new machine, and I fully understand that. But we got some support for that at ETI. So anybody who wants to get a hold of Norm, just let me know. So we're going to keep progressing on this. I really like these machines. It's like the Ferrari of laser drills. And this is going to one of our UK customers very shortly. So we're going to keep plugging away, and I'm going to show you a machine when it's done, and we get it all put back together and hopefully blast some panels. Hey everybody, it's John again, finishing up the 5200. Just want to show you a couple things on it that we got going. Again, Norm's back. Say hi, Norm.
Hi, Norm.
Norm's going to be doing the install on this in the UK, so we've basically got, doing the cal on the laser. Charge really going up to only 5, but, it's just basically a calibration of the lenses and so forth. And there's our power meter that we're going to test that on. And here's the results. Norm, can I open the back door or no?
Sure.
So here's the... Actually, are you firing the laser?
No, I shut up.
Okay. So we're firing up the laser. As you recall, we just removed all the old optics off the machine for imaging, which we really don't need because we're just going to be using this as a via drill and cutting, flex and Kapton material. So the laser's been put in the machine. We also got the full test results on the rebuilt laser. So we've got all that done as well. And there's the laser log with the laser, which we encourage everybody to keep up with because it basically checking the power every time you use the machine. And over time, your laser should start to lose a little bit of power every now and then it's time for a rebuild. So right now the machine is, we got all the interlocks blocked out, but we're ready to put the machine back together. We're already ready to run some cutting. We're going to do a little bit of cutting today, and really that's about it. Hopefully we're going to pack up this machine in the next couple days and ship it off to where it needs to go. That's about it for the 5200. Had a few problems with it, but As usual, we got through the machine pretty well. You know, the laser power supply had to be rebuilt, and of course, you know, the laser had to be rebuilt. Had a couple problems with the CM board, which we already knew about when we bought the machine. No big deal on that. Other than that, the machine is in pretty good shape. This thing came out of a college, so I didn't get a heck of a lot of use. Mostly experimental work, and you know, we put a brand new power supply in just because we didn't like the voltage we were seeing. Wasn't necessarily bad, but you know, it's just a precaution we take. The power supplies is really cheap. They're about, you know, $250. So $250 for a peace of mind, in my opinion, is great. So we're going to be finishing this up shortly and get it on its way, and I'll show you a little bit later on once we get the laser running. All right, what do we got? Vision systems up. Interlock. Laser on? No. Oh, it's on.
Yeah, that one I just marked on the thing, bad, low speed or whatever. Because some of these things come with single speed, the old styles come with just one speed. So we can still use the thing since it's the high speed still good. But yeah, as far as we won't use it. But, oh yeah, you feel it, yeah, it looks like billions.
Cutting it.
Yep.
I just don't know where the hell it is. Louis, we're burning shit down there.
What happened?
We're lazy shit like crazy.
Oh, okay, I thought you was burning up like cannibal.
No. I'm videoing. Supposed to do that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Burn it? Yeah.
Burn the crap out of it.
Nice.
Got plenty of power, that's for sure.
So basically, we're just running through a few tests. We're powering up the laser. You know, we're trying to cut into the board and so forth. That's basically what we do. Of course, we don't have, you know, full testing capabilities with Kapton material and all that stuff, the blast spheres, but you know, the most important thing is to make sure the laser is fully up to power, and you know, we can cut some panels. Once we get to the customer site, we'll have some panels to test and programs to run, and make things a lot smoother. But this is basically calibration, testing, making sure everything's up, and that's really about it. There's a lot to these machines. Very temperamental. You can see the amount of cabling that goes through these machines. So all this has to play in together. The machine's built in basically modules. So you have your power conditioner. For the laser over here, you got your chiller system that's cooling the laser. We've got X and Y axis, and we have board controllers over here. And then we'll run over to the other side of the machine, and we got the main computer system and the vision system on this side with the vacuum system down below. And this is the main power supply unit right here that really controls the upper level of the machines. So there's a lot to this machine, and when we ship them, you got to be kind of careful because there's a lot of you got to make sure all the cables are tightened up. It's a tedious process, but that's basically what it is. We had the scope hooked up earlier. We're checking X and Y circular rings to make sure that the linear scales are working properly and so forth. So we've spent about a good 3 to 4 weeks on this machine, getting it to this point. So we're pretty close. I mean, the machine needs a final cleaning, basically, and we should be ready to go. Well, we're pretty much there on the Cal side of things.